Morning, readers. This week we are learning about something called story elements. And we used our hand a few weeks ago when we retold the story. And we said that really helps us if we think about our hand, retell the story, or know the key details in the story. And we said one of those details is looking at the characters. And the animals, the people, the creatures, those are the characters in the story. The other thing we talked about already was the setting. The setting is where or when the story takes place. And finally, we talked about how the story goes in order. And then in that order, we're going to look for something called the plot of the story. And the plot has a beginning, a middle, and an end, just like we've already talked about. But often the plot will, in the middle of our story, oopsies, that one dark, will often have a problem. And then the end of our story going down that roller coaster, usually the problem gets resolved or there's a solution to the problem. So sometimes there'll be a beginning, there will be a beginning, middle, and an end. And often in the somewhere in that story, usually about the middle, you'll see a problem in the story, somewhere in the middle of the book. And then toward the end, there'll be a solution. So I'm going to read one more story for you today, and it is Big Brother Peanut Butter. And it's the same author as Peanut Butter and Cupcake, but this one's a different, same character, same author, just a different story. It's about being a big brother. So at the beginning of the story, let's talk about that real quick. Early one morning, Peanut Butter's parents called him into the kitchen to tell him some great news. Guess what? You're going to be a big brother, said his mom. A big brother? Said Peanut Butter. He had never been a big brother before. Is that hard to be a big brother? Asked Peanut Butter. Ah, it's as easy as pie, said his dad. Hey, by the way, you should go ask her about it. Well, Peanut Butter thought that was a great idea, so he went to go find Pie. You see, Apple Pie had two baby brothers, Blueberry and Cherry. So at the beginning of our story, let's think of our plot. What's happening at the beginning of our story? We see that Peanut Butter is going to be a big brother. That's right. Peanut Butter's going to be a big brother. Let's see the middle of the story. Maybe there's a problem. Let's keep reading. Once he found her, Peanut Butter said, my parents had one kid, and now they're having another. And I want to be the perfect big brother. It'll take lots of practice, but I hope to see that I need to be just like a good pie. Why do you say that? Asked Apple Pie. Well, you make being a big sister look so easy. I thought I should act like you, said Peanut Butter. Apple Pie laughed. Don't be nervous. You'll figure it out. Don't be nervous, asked Peanut Butter. Hey, that gives me an idea. He found the kid he was looking for at the swings. My parents had one kid, now they're having another, and I want to be the perfect big brother. It'll take lots of practice, but I hope to see that I need to act just like a good cucumber. Hmm, said Cucumber. I don't want to be nervous. I want to be as cool as a cucumber, just like you, said Peanut Butter. Who wouldn't want to have a cool big brother? Well, I am a super cool dude, said Cucumber, and so is my kid brother. Cucumber's brother, Dill Pickle, smiled at him. When he looked at Peanut Butter, he said, My brother's so cool, he pushes me really high. Do you want to try? So Peanut Butter went over and pushed Dill's swing super high. I'll see you both later, he said. I need to ask someone some more questions. So we see in the middle of the story, he's trying to do what? Did you say he's trying to figure out how to be a good big brother? Let's keep reading. Peanut Butter had to wait in line to talk to the next person on his list. After a while, he got impatient, so he shouted, my parents had one kid, now they're having another, and I want to be the perfect big brother. It'll take lots of practice, but I hope to see that I need to act just as good as cheese. You've got to wait your turn. We're all here to see Big Cheese. He's very important, said a pair of pears who was in line already. I know, said Peanut Butter. That's why I want to be more like him. Who wouldn't want an important big brother? Peanut Butter turned and saw a little cheese standing in line behind him. Hi there, said Peanut Butter. Who are you? I'm Big Cheese's little sister Pepperjack, she said. I'm waiting here because my kite's stuck in the tree. He said he'll get it down for me when he's done. Well, I can help with that, said Peanut Butter. I think he's already learning how to be a big brother, don't you? When the kite was unstuck, Peanut Butter's best friend, Jelly, came over. What's going on? She said. I've been trying to figure out how to be a perfect big brother all day, said Peanut Butter. I think I need to be calm and cool and important, but I'm not sure I'm any of those things. Said Jelly. I don't have any little brothers or sisters, but I do have a big brother myself. He's a good big brother, even though he's not any of those things that you're trying to be. He isn't, said Peanut Butter. Nope, said Jelly. He does a lot of other things, but the most important thing he does is he loves me, and I love him right back. All right, so we definitely saw the conflict or the problem in the middle of the story. He was trying to be a perfect big brother. I wonder what the ending is going to be. I wonder what the solution is. We got a hint already through Jelly. Let's keep on reading. Ah, I think I understand now, he said. Apple pie has always been calm. Cucumber has always been cool. Big cheese has always been important. They didn't have to change when they became a big sister or brother. They just had to love their brothers and sisters. Peanut Butter could do that. My parents had one kid and now they're having another, and I want to be the perfect big brother. It'll take lots of practice, but I hope to see that I need to act just like a good me. Yep, said Jelly. I have a feeling you know how to do that. We found the solution, didn't he? Jelly walked with Peanut Butter as they headed home. As they got closer to the house, they heard a baby crying. Then they heard two babies crying. Was it twins? Then it sounded like three, then four, then five. Peanut Butter and Jelly rushed in the house to see what was going on. They couldn't believe what they saw. A whole loaf of baby brothers and sisters. We had one kid and now we have others, and they'll need the love of a big older brother. It may take some practice, but I think you'll see that we'll make a big, happy bread family. Peanut Butter did get a lot of practice, but most important, he loved his brothers and sisters with all of his heart, and that made him the perfect big brother. So at the end, the solution was what? What did he have to do to be the perfect big brother that his problem was trying to find? He just had to be him and love them. All right, first grade. So yesterday or a few days ago, we read a story called Peanut Butter and Cupcake. Today we read Peanut Butter, Big Brother peanut butter. And today I'm going to upload for you, but I heard what you said in our Zoom. You'd rather write it than type it. So I'm going to upload this and you can print it if you want to print it. And this says peanut butter and cupcake, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to let you choose out of 3 books. And I want to know the characters, the setting, and the plot. Think of the beginning, the middle, and the end. But you can just like beginning, middle, end. But think of kind of that roller coaster. It kind of helps understand there's a problem and the solution. You can choose to do it off peanut butter and um, cupcake, the one we read on Tuesday. You could choose to do it off peanut Big Brother peanut butter, or you can fill out this character story map. That's what we call it, a story map, off of another book that you've recently read on Epic or from a library book that you have at home. Okay, so you can choose it out of any 3 stories, and let me know who the characters are. You don't have to list all of them if there's a lot. Where the story takes place. Now, we realized yesterday that stories, their settings change. Remember at the beginning of our story yesterday when Gus found a friend, the cat that went on the train? A lot of the story was on the train. And then the end of the story, though, it would have been at the zoo, right? So sometimes settings change, and that's okay, just like characters keep adding. And then I want you to think about the beginning, the middle, was there a problem? And the solution, what was the ending to the problem? All right, so I'll upload this with your papers. And if you honestly don't even have to write it on this paper. If you want to do it on a separate sheet of paper, it could be any kind of paper. All right. I love you. Thanks so much. And I have to tell you, I love listening to you read at our Zooms. You do a great job. Keep working hard.